in the early parts of the game, Shaker's only gonna be able to throw out a fissure. That's about it, right? Skywrath Mage, sure, can harass, but all right, Sven, big tanky man coming out.
Yeah. Um, I'm not sure how they kill this hero.
Yep, and he's also very good against the Nature's Prophet too, because in the lane phase, his cleave kills the trees. You can deal with them that way. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks very good.
I'm interested to see how it goes for them.
10 seconds remaining.
It I guess it feels like a Nando hero.
5 seconds
You know?
remaining.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got such a wide hero pool. It's very interesting.
He's a guy that kills people. He just gets in there.
That's true. That seems like to be Nando's comfort zone. Jumping in and blowing people up. PA, Sven, whatever else he picks. Brew picked up for Team No Throne. Not bad. One thing you could do to the Sven in the fights is cyclone him up for 7 seconds. Take him out of the fight entirely. That's one way to win the fight. Oh, God. Darkseer sinking again. This time played by Execration. We've seen this combo like 2 days in a row now.
Disgusting team fight AoE, right? Darkseer vacuum into Sven, the classic combo. Then you have Warlock sanking on top of that. It's all AoE.
It really is. This is like DreamHack Summer 2013.
Yes, with EG,
Yeah.
Demon and Fear.
Demon and Fear. That was the betas era of EG. I remember. That was a good time. I remember that game like it was yesterday. They were playing against Navi, I believe, and they destroyed them with that Sven. It was super sick. Back when Navi was really a super strong team as well.
10
But
seconds
the good old days, we've come full circle. It's exactly like you said. It
We
feels
have.
like TI3 and all these other tournaments are coming back around again. It's really strange.
So they have the Brewmaster on Team No Throne. Not bad against Sven in the early parts when you can just haze him, but Sven's a hero that does so much physical damage. The Pandas die in 2 hits.
Yep.
I've played this so many times where Sven gets to like BKB and Brewmaster dies in his ultimate.
Which is never fun. I think the Brew needs to Cyclone him before he gets BKB. He pretty much has to.
Yep.
And that's really the only way they can win fights, I think, right now. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate because everything else is probably not going to go their way.
Yep. The one thing that Team No Throne do have going for them is the Furion, right? This hero is kind of the X factor in the lane phase. He can do a lot, snowball these strong lanes since Brewmaster is most likely going to be in the offlane. Does that mean we have a safe lane or mid lane Nature's Prophet? I think it does.
That's gross. I played a game with a Nature's Prophet 2 days ago with Carlo. The Nature's Prophet, he was a core, and he went Ags, Dagon, Ethereal Blade, I think, is what he built. That was pretty infuriating. So, I don't know why I brought that up. It's not really relevant to this game, but you know what? I thought I would tell you.
I'm glad you told me.
Yes.
You know, you've experienced what this man can do.
He killed like a ton of heroes in by the 20-minute mark, and then they built BKB, and he was literally useless. He did nothing. It was very frustrating.
Oh. All right. Well, maybe that'll be something foretelling of this game.
Maybe. We'll see. You know, he's going to die a lot, I have a feeling, against the Selena, especially, which I think is a really good pick. It's Carl's probably one of his comfort hero, or like one of his top comfort heroes. They banned out the puck, so pick the Lena and just dish out the damage, which they have a lot of right now. So good luck. Another hero that does physical damage to the Brewlings when the Brule comes out. He just gets off his fiery soul stacks and dishes out the damage. And the TA is going to be what they're going to try to do against Carl, and it's Meow playing it. So we'll see how it goes. It could be very interesting.
Okay, yeah. So they have the Templar Assassin counterpick into the Lena. Very nice. It's also one of these heroes that can just blink in on top of the Warlock and kill him with like a fissure so you can't get the rock off. Super, super snowbally hero. But, of course, in the later parts of the game, Darkseer will ruin this hero in team fights since the Ion Shell is just going to rip through the refraction charges. I don't know, Team No Throne, they need to snowball super, super hard, but with the TA and Furion, they can do it. They've got a chance.
Yeah, Snowball is the name of the game. And that's the tricky thing, is that Execration. The thing is, I just think Execration, they've got more experience. They've played at a higher level. Not to say, you know, Team No Throne are bad. It's just that they're a team we haven't seen that much of. They're from Myanmar, so I don't know how often they get to play against these teams. So I'm excited to see if they can actually take a game off of Execration or even win the series, which would be very surprising. But it's gonna be what happens here in this first game. We'll see what it actually ends up happening in the laning phase where they send everybody. Of course, the big news is going to be Darkseer Sand King up in the top lane. Whoever goes there needs to be very careful once they hit level 3 Because level 2 Ion Shell, even this Brewmaster can die. You know, it's kind of tricky maneuvering around those abilities.
Yep, Execration have looked very, very strong against all their opponents so far, so they're definitely my favorites.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think they've even lost a game yet. Yeah, they have yet to lose a game. Like, not even just like a series, but a game, a map, if you will.
Wowzers.
Oh, yeah. Party Horn. I love how they just accentuate all my talking points. It's beautiful. That is a very silly taunt from Brewmaster. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it is.
That's hilarious.
It's great, isn't it?
I love it. I don't know if it's my favorite taunt, but it's really good. I hope he does it again because I'm on showcase mode. Come on, buddy. Do it again. Do it for me, please. Yes! He's like tippy-toeing. It's great. Love me, the Brewmaster taunt. What is it called? When did they add this?
I don't remember, actually.
I don't know if I've ever seen that act. If it's been recently. Oh, that's a clap. All right, forget about what he's got on his items. This is a pretty tough fight already. Good burrow. Uwe gets the rune as well. Execration have secured 3. And they keep the Sand King alive somehow against all the, burst damage coming in from Skywrath. They're actually going to chase down Loon, but unfortunately, Lumik has no boots. He is a very slow man, so they can't find that kill. They could have almost gotten a return kill had they been a little bit more in position for the Sand King there. So, with 3 runes, Execration will have a happy old time here in both bottom and top. Mid lane should be fine for Carl, although the side blades are going to be a bit of a nuisance. Let's see if he can't survive. He's already taken a lot of damage, actually. He needs to be careful.
Yep, pretty hard matchup for Lina.
Yeah. I guess the good news is you kind of outrange a lot of these creeps that, and you have good range, I guess is what I'm saying. So maybe the side blades won't be able to do as much. I don't know.
So levels like 1 through 3 are pretty good for Lina, and then after that it gets really hard.
Well, that's unfortunate because it already looks really hard to begin with.
Yeah, Carl's taking a lot of damage.
And now it's Refraction. If he takes one more side blade, he might just be dead. He needs one more on top of that. Yeah, he actually, this is a lot harder of a matchup than I thought it was going to be. This is a good TA pick. And they need the lane to go well because I think, like you said, they need to get off to a fast start, get this TA some farm, go to like a Blink and Deso, and maybe the game gets a little easier for them. But
yep, TA lineups are all about snowballing and hitting that power spike really early into the game, snowballing with Roshan. He's off to a great lane phase.
So far, the CSing is an advantage of Team No Throne. Oh my god. Sal? Oh wow, if Meow was in position. What a Fisher. He was like 10 HP from getting that kill. That's pretty rough stuff for the Earthshaker. That was a great rotation from him. I wasn't expecting that. He just runs mid and throws at a Fisher as he knows the salve is coming in onto Carl. Wow. Well, unfortunately he doesn't get the kill, but he will be able to secure the DD rune for the...
Oh boy, up top. It's the Ion Shell combo mod.
I feel like this is level 1. I've seen this before. First blood on the Loon. Now they're going to try to harass Jimmy. Did they get level 3 yet? No, not quite. They're still going to harass, though. Double Ion Shell, even with level 1 Ion Shell, is pretty rough. Oh, that's an aggressive bro. They're still going to go. Clap comes out. Now Chemo is in trouble. And he might be dead, actually. Good surge. Nice surge. And that was level 1 Ion Shell. Radiant Scan is going to connect. Carl's going to know that Scorpion here... No one pinged him. Did they not know? Carl needs to back up. Okay, never mind. They're fine. Ooh. Lumik? Is he dead? Nah, he's got sticks.
Nah, he's got the sticks.
Okay.
This lane gets worse and worse for Team No Throw when they pick up some levels in the dark side. Like, you're expecting it to come out at level 3, but they got it with level 1 Ion Shell.
Yeah.
Level 3, and this Skywrath Mage is probably dead from full health.
Oh, he has a Soul Ring now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's level 3, or not yet, actually. Soon. Honk shot. Lumik might be dead to an Arcane Bolt. Nope, he has no mana. Good stick charge. He's going to have to Burrow Strike. And 2 auto attacks. He can't get it off.
Chemo.
Uwe is dead to Jimmy, I think, actually. Surge. He has the Iron Shell. Okay, he will die, I think, but he does get the kill first, which is probably fine.
Wins the bad fight, but look at that. Solo experience for Skywrath Mage and a ton of gold to his name, too. Not too upset about that one.
Carl almost killed Meow, and then he almost got turned on. Carl. Oh, what a fairy
Oh.
fire.
He's gonna get Fury on TP
Oh,
on.
no. Okay. Oh,
He's still coming in.
coming. No, Carl. Carl. Carl.
He knows he can't run.
Yeah. There are the treants. Go. Go north. Get out of there. Oh, my God. He's actually going to survive. Oh, he's not. Oh, where did that Scarlet Mage come from? Man, that's rough. That's rough stuff. What are you
Even
supposed
with
to
all
do
the
there?
TP. So Grimm's going for the. Nope, not gonna happen.
What is he supposed to do there when they all rotate in? That's
There's
not
nothing
even
you
fair.
can do. That's the Furion, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's more room for the Sven bottom, who's getting free farm. And Furion is gonna. He's actually a level behind him too, which is good news. Sven gets level 6. He could just solo kill the Furion, I think.
Oh yeah, especially with his level advantage.
Yeah.
And he's got the treads too.
Yeah.
Furion honestly can't do anything to Sven once he reaches this point. Level 3 cleaves, got the Quelling Blade treads, the treants just die instantly.
Uwe's gonna cut the wave and go for the runes, it looks like, and probably be successful in getting both of the top ones. Can they get both of the bottom ones is the question. Scorpion is gonna Fisher, do no damage to him, and secure the rune. But they're gonna get 3 for Execration, it looks like. Or no, they got 2. They got 2, sorry. Loon got 1 somehow.
Execration off to a pretty fast start in the lane phase. This Darkseer, oh, gets TP'd on, okay.
He has
the
6
tree
charges.
unblocked?
Yeah, that was a good block, but he might still survive. It looks like he will. We'll pop the shrine in a moment. Lubick now is
Lubick getting
maybe
blocked
trouble.
too.
Good surge. Excellent. Nicely done. And this Furion did a little bit more than I expected him to there. He doesn't even have phase boots yet. But
Yeah, but still, not netting a kill, right? Like, look at his level right now. 4.5. He can't actually go back down to bottom lane since Sven's about to hit 6. And this is a Furion that hasn't really managed to get much accomplished on the map. Usually you pick this hero for his lane presence, but up against the Sven, you're already countered. And then his TP rotations have not really resulted in much of anything.
So
very troublesome.
He's forced to jungle, which is never great. So it's essentially you're winning 2 lanes for Execration. You're winning top, albeit not by much. You're winning bottom. Carl, of course, is kind of far behind the Lena or TA mid as expected because of the matchup being so rough, as you mentioned. But he's going to rotate. Carl will secure some jungle creeps, and that actually is going to get him a lot of farm and get him right back into it. But, you know, this is going pretty well for Execration. Grimm's is rotated on now. They're going to try to find this kill. They got an illusion. Well done. Excellent side trap.
This is the strong lane that Team No Throw need to play around. The TA versus Alina, they have side traps, and then I also have the Furion that can TP in any time. But Nando, alright, gets the solo kill.
Well, I expected it, and I said it was going to happen, and I still didn't get there in time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is Uwe dead? I think he actually might be.
I think Carl's dead.
This is all of a sudden turned out pretty great for Team No Throne. LSA, but it's not really going to do anything. Pushing back for now. Fatal Bonds are certainly hurting. Lumik's coming in. Good burrow onto 3. Stun. That's huge. And Laguna comes out. Okay. That is one of those game-losing fights. You think you're doing great, then you lose 3 heroes in the mid lane. That's...
Yep.
That sucks for Team No Throne. They were doing great for a moment there.
And on top 2, Jimmy just getting a rundown by the Iron Shell. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed. Another kill.
Complete disaster on the side of Team. Is it Team No Throne or No Throne?
No Throne. No Throne.
No Throne, okay.
Yes. I thought it was Team No Throw 2 at the beginning, which would make more sense. Team No Throne makes it sound like you've already lost the game.
Exactly. But they haven't, not yet. It's only a 2k gold lead at 7.5 minutes.
They're psyching themselves out. I don't want them to psych themselves out, especially after that mid-fight. But, what was I going to say? The Brewmaster did get a solo kill top for Lumic, and I thought it was going to start really snowballing out of control all of a sudden. Of course, that didn't happen. Nando getting run at. He's a very tanky man, but he might die here. Ancient Seal pretty good. He's going to stun up the Earthshaker. He's on the run, and they need some help, but nobody's rotating in. Although they don't have enough lockdown to actually kill him. That's pretty depressing. Oh, maybe they do.
They're still chasing him.
Concussive shot. He's actually dead, I think. Wow, they literally just chased him for like 2 minutes, and nobody came to help him. Like, Grimm's had a TP. I think if he TPs, like, they just turn around and kill everybody or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he had the God Strength too, but didn't happen. Now Grimm's in trouble.
Yeah, he's probably dead. They're just trying to overrun Execration, not really working. Burrow Strike connects onto the Furion. They need an LSA, or they're just going to zap him. That works too. All right. So they lost the Sven, but they get a couple kills here and there. Not the end of the world. They have a Helm of the Dominator already on the Darkseer, by the way, so he's having a great old time.
Yep. He's about to lose the creep. Oh, okay, he's good. He's good. Keeping it cool, not feeding away the 200 gold to the Brewmaster, but now, of course, he's got the little Brewling, so he can chuck the rocks at him. This is when Darkseer gets out of control against a lot of heroes once he gets the Dominator, because most heroes can't really deal with the creep at all. Brewmaster a bit better since the Thunderclap slows the creeps for like 7 seconds, 8 seconds.
It's true. Now he's got the Dark Troll Summoner. Give him the ensnare. Oh, micro. Micro?
There it is.
Okay.
Times it for the end.
Yeah, and now they're going to get the kill. Although they don't have Iron Shell. They had no mana, or no Iron Shell was on cooldown. Although they could have dove that a bit harder. I'm surprised they didn't, actually. Interesting. Well,
he was close to having the split, and they didn't know when his wand was back up.
You know, that kill down bottom was pretty imperative for Team No Throne, because if they don't kill him there, he just continues to get farm, and then they just lose the game, I'm pretty sure. But with that kill, they're now going to attempt pressuring this tier 1 tower, although Nando's about to cleave down all these treants and the creep with 2. They TP in Lumic, so he can secure some experience. Not quite at mask yet. Meow, in the meantime, was trying to push mid, so they were trying to get 2 lanes of towers at once. In the meantime, of course, the Darkseer pressuring top. And the Brewmaster will TP back up there. So this is going to be another... It's going to be a very interesting, like, 2 or 3 minutes here. Depending on who takes the fight.
So while Darkseer and Sven are very farmed on the side of Execration, this mid tower is a big deal for the side of Team No Throne. Like, they're trying to deny it with Carl, but should be able to secure this one, and this will help TA snowball and potentially get out of control.
Fisher, Mystic Flare, misses. Sprout comes out. They have Golem. They get the tower. They would have liked to gotten the deny. Darkseer is in a little deep. Oh, that Nature's Wrath actually did a lot of damage. They still have Golem. They're not using it yet. Keeps canceling the animation. I'm waiting for him to cast it, but he decides to hold on to it, which is probably a good idea. So that was pretty good because, you know, the Sand King's bottom, he's trying to farm. The Sven is in the jungle. Meanwhile, the Brewmaster's pushing top, so that wasn't bad at all for Team No Throne. Oh my god, he has Blink already? Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's something. In the meantime, Nando is going to have a giant creep wave. Oh my god, this Ancient Prowler Shaman is just annoying. He's fine, though. He's going to clear up the creep wave pretty quickly. He's going to go for Mask Mattis into a Blink Dagger, so not going to go for, like, any extra strength item or something like that. Uve might be dead. Brew Split is available. Blink Clap. And Split. And Uve's Surge is done.
Completely blocked.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. I'll try to vacuum, but they're just going to give the kill to the Brewmaster. Cycling up the Lena. Uh-oh, you're at a little far end. She wants to get an LSA, and it's going to be tricky. They do heal her up. They're going to drop Golem. Now they can't. Nature's Wrath gets the kill, and Execration are actually losing these fights, and that's kind of surprising that Team No Throne are playing. They're playing really well, and they're actually owning them right now at this point.
Yeah, they're starting to snowball. Brewmaster with his Blink Dagger, super, super strong, going for a Hand of Midas next. Okay, anticipating the long game. It is an item that does pay off, but yeah, I mean, they're owning it now.
Yeah. I mean, the Sand King, he needs to get Blink, but he's dead, it looks like. Side Trap, Refraction, Fisher, and I don't know how he gets out of this. Good burrow, but actually, he might live.
Oh, there's a Surge. He's gone.
Uh-oh. Ube blocked him. Uh-oh. All right, there's still a tower. They ensnare one of the illusions. They don't want to give him vision.
Oh, man. That's the Dominator creep dying again, too. It's another 200 gold.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Who got it, by the way?
I think Brewmaster did.
That's pretty huge. Gets to his Midas.
Yep, so when he has Midas, too, he can just Midas the Dominator creep over and over.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have TP on Sven. I don't think they can fight this.
I don't think they want to either. There's a huge Ancient stack that he'd probably prefer to farm instead. Yep, it's going there right now.
That's fine. So I know that Team No Throne are currently in the lead, but this is a Sven, this is a Lena that is going to get farmed. You know, they have really good team fight. I don't think it's the end of the world, but fighting into the Brew Split might be a little tricky. That might be the issue.
Yeah, until BKBs come out, fighting into the Brew Split is very, very difficult. But, man, Lumic needs his Blink Dagger so badly, he's just getting ganked again. Should be good. He's out.
Yeah, he's good to go. Very, very close to dying there. All right. Yeah, they just need the items. They need the BKBs. But that's going to be a ways away. Because, again, this Sven is going Blink first. He'll go blink into BKB, which is fine. His blink is done. Maybe they can secure kills. They know that the Nature's Prophet is up here. They've scanned him successfully.
It's a pretty nice rotation from Nando. Buys his blink at the side shop, just looking for anything he can do in the side lanes.
Green is about to get jumped on if he shows himself in this lane again. And he almost did. Man, I cannot believe he's playing this far back. He's very scared. Oh, they missed him. They actually might need to... Okay, they canceled the TP from the Skywrath. Green TP's out. That's really big. They were going to lose that tower anyway. If they lose the tower and the kill, that's not a great engagement for them. Uh-oh, Lumik's going to find the Brewmaster. They see him. They ping it out. Oh, the Centaur Conqueror.
Oh, getting body blocked too by the Centaur Conqueror.
God Strength. Ancient Seal comes out, not that it does anything. The Burrow Strike hits, they need to kill him. The Golem's going to get dropped down. The LSA, they needed Laguna. They're going to find it. That's going to be a big kill now. Loon is in trouble as well. Double Bracer will keep him tanky, but he's going to get Iron Shelled up, and the Concussive Shot actually not enough to save his life, sadly. So, very big fight. He did get his Atos just as he died there, so not the end of the world, but 3 dead, including the Brewmaster, leads into a Tier 1 tower. What a fight as 5 for Execration.
Yep, fantastic. That's the strength of the Warlock Golem coming out, and just the Helm of the Dominator creep scouting them out. Very well played.
So, they'll take the Tier 1 tower.
I'll take your tribute.
And now they've got really good vision in the enemy jungle. So, they can kind of go wherever they want, it looks like.
Yep, and they have a ton of off-map kill threats too, like the Sand King from the Fog, Sven just jumping in to solo kill anyone. Really difficult for them to push out these lanes safely now. Especially in their jungle. They can't play here at all without being in danger.
Yeah, it's a little tricky here. TA did buy a Desolator, so she does have some kill potential. Of course, she doesn't have the blink initiation that you would like, but they have the Brewmaster for that anyway. So, taking a fight is not impossible here for Team No Throne now that the Golem is down. But they need to be careful. If they wait too much longer, the Sand King's going to have his Blink Dagger soon, and then this is really trouble. Atos comes out. They were looking for the Sven who blinks himself to safety. It's kind of the issue when you get an Atos against a hero that has blink. The travel time is pretty slow, so you can just blink out of there usually.
Yep, one cool thing they can do is Furion can ult. Carl Force dash in bottom,
Furion.
looking for the solo kill.
Get the tower. He is actually taking a lot of damage. Fisher hits him. Sprout, he needs a Quelling Blade. He doesn't have it. He'll LSA out instead. He's pretty fast. I'm surprised he didn't die for that. Meanwhile, speaking of dying, Nando, they've used the split. Shadow Word, the Cyclone comes out. My god, that Shadow Word is actually insane. Here we go, the Brewlings are dead. Time to run.
They're all dead. Just the one
There's
melee
the blink.
left.
A good stun, but they're going to continue to chase him. They don't have the blink of the Sand King, otherwise they could have chased further. That's Brew split down, as Golem is coming back off cooldown in another 40 seconds here. I think you go back to Shrine and you get the Blink Dagger for the Sand King, and then you try to take another fight for Execration.
Yep, it's go time. 35 seconds for the Golem. Sand King about to pick up his Blink Dagger.
And
well, all right.
They're in there. They are back in it. You know, they didn't really lose the lead that much. They were only like 2k down at one point. 3k actually. But this Sven became a problem. They only killed him once. And that is where the issue lies. So.
Yep, and now they have map control, and he's starting to accelerate big time. He has the whole jungle and all the lanes to farm. And he's tanky. He's very difficult to bring down. Sven's a fantastic hero against TA just because you give your entire team armor with the Warcry, and TA is just based on trying to burst one hero very quickly. And when they have that armor, it's just not possible.
There's no real way they can deal with the Warcry, I think, other than, I guess, to dispel magic from the Brewling, right?
Yeah, they do have that. It helps for sure, but it's pretty clunky, right? You have to already have used the split, and you have to wait for him to use the Warcry. It does work, but it's pretty hard to use reliably.
I see what you're saying, where when you want to burst somebody down like that with the TA, you just generally want to jump in and destroy somebody within a second. You can't do that with a Brew Split because it takes time to, and also just microing to the Wind Ruling and getting that ability off even takes time, other than the split, of course. You also have to clap potentially too. Anyways, there's a side trap inside the Roach Pit that is going to be de-warded by Uwe, and they will God Strength immediately thereafter by Nando. And they have smoked up. Do they have Blink on the Earthshaker? They have nowhere close to that, but
nope.
They do have Blink Clap. How fast is this dying? Not fast, or not slow enough, sadly, for Team No Throne to get there and contest.
1,000 HP. It's gone.
And they'll pick up the Aegis. Nando, please. Okay, you scared me for a
It
second.
looks like they still want to fight this,
Oh,
though.
this
They might catch
TP.
the Warlock.
Yeah, the Warlock's dead. But if he... Okay, they split just for the Warlock. The rest of them got out, it looks like. Other than Uwe, who looks to be dead. They backed him, though. But Boulder Toss, Yule Scepter, Cyclone rather comes out. He has Mech. He's going to use it. Echo Slam onto 2. Not bad. They might actually kill the Lina. Mystic Flare, still alive for now. In trouble. He has Yules. He can use it aggressively on Scorpion. He's going to have to use it on himself, looks like. Yep. Nice epicenter from Lumic. They should have Fisher back. They do soon. Concussive shot.
Oh,
wow, that
nice.
actually killed him. Are you kidding?
It's the max level concussive shot.
Oh my god, he actually maxed concussive shot. What? Okay. I guess one way to win these fights is to kite everybody.
This is much more common nowadays on Skyreth Mage, with the additional slow from the concussive shot and shorter cooldown. It does a lot of damage actually now, so it's pretty good.
I guess I'll just do that from now on. Or should I not?
You should. It's actually good.
Okay. I'll do it. You've sold me. Excellent work. That was nice, and it's a good fight, but they still have Golem. They did lose 3 for Execration. The Sven was still farming while that was all happening. But that was about the best fight they could have gotten. The TP from the Nature's Prophet was really well done. Trying to find the heroes in the back lines, and he did just that. And they had a ward over here on the high ground, which of course gave them the vision they needed in order to kill Uwe. Very important stuff. And now with smoke from Execration, this is the perfect time. They have Grimm's Warlock Golem. Max Fatal Bonds. They'll drop the Ion Shell on the creep wave. They are going to find a nice pick onto the Earthshaker. Maybe not the target they wanted, but it's a kill nonetheless. That could lead into a tower potentially. And they still have Golem ready. And God Strength for that matter, so good job.
Yep, everything is aligned. They have BKB, Aegis, and their ultimates. It's go time. And Nando took the Stormhammer Dispels enemy talent this game. What's that for? Does it dispel refraction? I feel like it doesn't.
I would hope not. It's
Yeah, it
cannot be dispelled. So, is there anything
What's it
else?
for?
I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what they possibly want.
There's no buffs.
That must be a
Drums?
mistake. Yeah, drum is the only thing. That must be a mistake, right? There's like the Brewlings aren't gonna get dispelled, right? I don't know. That's
Yeah,
very strange.
I don't think it does anything.
It doesn't. You're right.
Okay, interesting.
Is Enchant Totem dispellable? No, right? There's no way. Oh, it is dispellable, but whatever.
Wow.
I mean, you're dispelling level 1 Enchant Totem. Congratulations.
Exactly. All right. Well, interesting. Maybe he knows something that I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Maybe it's for late game. Maybe they're like, okay, we got to build a Crimson Guard. Is that dispellable?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go. Boom, right there. Got it. We figured it out. Even
This
though nobody's building it
non-existent crimson. Yep.
yet. Listen, don't take this away from me.
We're trying to help him out.
Ah, Nando. You are such an enigma sometimes. Not the hero. Who is a he, by the way?
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we figured it out. You owe me a burrito.
I do.
I'm glad you said burrito. I was really just expecting some 50-cent item on the Steam store.
Why would I do that? Then it's not even worth betting.
Well, I didn't
If
think you were taking it that seriously, but I'm glad you did.
Mont, this is the way I think about it. If I buy you some 50-cent item on the Steam Marketplace, you wouldn't think anything of it. If I bought you a burrito, I'd put a smile on your face.
That's true. See, that's just a good thing to say. It's a good thing to think of. You're just, that makes me happy. Well done, bud.
Good. You'll never see this burrito.
Oh, shit. I didn't expect you to own me like that. I need that burrito. Maybe not. Anyway, Nando is sitting at 1,300 net worth, or 13,000, not 1,300. 1,300 would be really bad at this stage of the game. Although Grimm's isn't too far.
Carl.
Carl looks to be dead. He's trying to build Shadowblade. They all rotated up for that kill, and boy, did they get it. They didn't even have to use Brew Split. Now that they're going to take it tier 2, although the trade will probably come in form of the Nando God Strength. They do have Aegis, so fighting into Aegis, even with no Carl Lina, is still doable, and they're going to do it, actually. They're going to fight. They're all going to TP in. This Fen will TP in. Blink in.
Fast fingers.
Oh, boy. Luckily, there's no blink on Scorpion, but that's a 10-second BKB. Oh, my God. They actually backed. That's triggering. Okay.
Nando doesn't back, Mont.
Okay, that could have been played better. But it worked out. They got a kill, I guess. Oh. Wow, Nando. He expected it. Although he won't blink on top of her. She could just blink away. Oh no, it's on cooldown. Anyway. You know, that was really well played from Team No Throne. They decided, okay, you know what? We'll just force the TP and we'll back up and then that should be good enough. And it was.
Nando blinked and stunned the TA randomly in the jungle, and now they're pinging the cliff because they thought there was a ward there.
Oh, really? That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Good job, Nando. AC done soon. Carl, I almost feel like he needs more survivability than... I guess Shadowblade does provide that a little bit, but... I don't know. Maybe there's some other item I'm forgetting that he could get that might help him survive. Besides
Like a BKB, perhaps?
Oh, okay, that's the item I'm forgetting. That's got to be the item, right?
Well, Shadowblade helps just, you know, land stuns on some of these targets and also just make you a bit more slippery on the map. I think it's good.
He should get a BKB after this, and I think he will.
Yep, probably.
Fatal Bonds. Seer, Translator. Excellent. Greaves done for the Darkseer. Not had the best impact, actually. His farm is falling off. Comparatively, he doesn't have a Midas to the Brewmaster, who now is, he's got a Radiance seemingly out of nowhere. So that's a big item.
All right. Yep, that is a huge item for Brewmaster.
And they're going to find Uwe. They've killed heroes twice in this top lane. You need to either get some vision or just stop going in this area. I'm not sure what the problem is, but it's not. Execration are not doing what they need to, although they're going to find the Brewmaster. Laguna. Oh, he almost stopped attacking. Now they're going to find the Earshaker. Oh, the Moth is back. Why is the Moth back? Why?
Oh, no.
What? Why have you done this to me? Oh, God. Scorpion dies. Lumic blinks out. Radiance is done. It loves these giant floodlights we have. It's so annoying. Yes, it's a light. Can you stop flickering? Maybe if I play my harmonica, it'll leave.
Good, good.
No, he didn't leave.
I'm so glad you tried that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had to try something. For those of you that wondering what I'm talking about, there's been a moth that's been living in my basement for about a week now. It's hit me in the face twice and proceeded to molest me on numerous other occasions while I've been casting. And it loves the giant floodlights that we have in the basement that we use for, you know, actual webcam streams. So, great. Good to know that moths apparently don't have ears, otherwise it would have flown away. I mean, right? And it would have had to. It's a pretty loud harmonica.
Yeah. Ear piercing.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Scorpion looks to be dead. Oh, the Drunken Haze. He didn't BKB. He finally does, but the Brewlings come out. The Brew Split is there. Darkseer's going to have to... Oh, he already grieves. He's still in trouble. Burrow Strike onto the Wind
These
Panda.
pandas are dying.
Yeah, they are, but now the TA is coming in, and the rest of the heroes aren't here yet. And they're going to lose Lumic, too. And they pop the BKB. Carl has got to force away, and he's maybe dead if he's not careful. Nando has only killed one, and now he might be dead, too. Execration are just taking the worst fights, honestly. 3 dead for Execration. Nando's dead for 73 seconds. That's Roche, and... Nope, just kidding. Roche is still dead. These fights are...
What's even happening in these fights? The BKB and God Strength was used to kill the Shaker, right?
Yep.
So then Nando just got kited the entire fight. Carl can't even enter the fight. He gets hit once by TA, and then he's out already. Fights are just a mess.
The fights are pretty bad for Execration, and it's a combination of itemization, it's a combination of heroes, it's a combination of the fact that the Darkseer keeps dying first in every single freaking fight. There's no reason for him to... I mean, he needs to be able to get off his abilities. He has not gotten an ability off in one fight in the past 25 minutes, I think. I know that sounds aggressive, but it's true. They do have Golem. They're going to LSA and Laguna and kill the Brewmaster. Good vacuum. That's what they need to do. That is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to do that about 10 minutes ago. But they're still going to win the fight, which is really good. They might even get more. Silence comes out, but he's still going to chase Loon. As tanky as he is with Yules and an Atos, he is still dead. See ya! And 54 seconds on Roche, at least. So there's that for Team No Throne. Otherwise, they would have taken Roche, Aegis, and Cheese. Or they might just force buyback. I swear to God, you Moth, I will fucking kill you. Alright? I don't like killing animals, but I'll do it if I have to.
My goodness. Moth, so this is the big problem about TA. I know you're in a combat right now with the Moth, but the TA traps. look what happens. The creeps are all dead.
Oh, did GTA trap the wave? Okay, well.
Yep. So it got close enough to do some damage, but backdoor
Oh, they're
protection's
just
eventually going to kick in.
diving. Yep. Well, it doesn't kick in long enough for them to not like lose their tier 3 tower. They don't want to buy back on their other heroes.
DD also.
They're just chewing through this backdoor protection. But they do have to back. Excuse me.
Radiant's top tower is under
Ugh. Good call to back up there. And they will get the tier 3, and Carl needs to be a little careful. They're all chasing them. Carl needs to leave, actually. If he doesn't want to die, and they will. Thank you, Batman, and for Shinelays GCN. What a name.
Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, not quite the mouthful that anime.how.lovers is. But,
That's me.
I know. I was looking at your rank on the leaderboard. I did it inadvertently because I was looking at who was top on the leaderboards for NA recently, and I saw you were pretty far up there. I said, hey, there's Brax. That's pretty great. You're like 20-something now, I think?
Yep, I've been plus or minus 5-ish, around there.
Been grinding the games. Meanwhile, the other co-caster, Jenkins, is at 200. Boom, you've owned him. Easy.
You know, Jenkins carried me super hard today.
Really? What did he play?
He played Pudge, and he had 5 mangoes because it was Mango Pudge day. And he laned with me, and he just level 1 hooked the enemy like 6 times in lane.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't do anything.
If there's anything I know, it's that Jenkins Pudge can be a pretty game-winning hero.
He's the best Pudge I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, that is... Damn.
Nobody else plays Pudge like him.
It's true. He's a unique Pudge player for sure. That's pretty... To say that, though, are you sure? Because there's always Dendy, you know?
Well, Dandy was so, you know, he's... Back in the day.
Back
Dandy
in
was
the
best
day.
for sure.
There it
Yes.
is. You said exactly what I wanted you to say. I'm not going to use the term that we could use, but I'm glad you said that. Jenkins will be very happy to hear this. I will clip this and report back to him sometime in the near future.
I mean, Dandy's the original Pudge, for sure.
For sure. He also had help with Puppy and some of the shenanigans they pulled. But it's different now. It is
It's a
definitely different.
controversial subject there.
So if you're telling me if they just pick Jenkins Pudge every game, if he's on a pro team, they just win? Is that how that works?
No, I just said he was a good Pudge.
Okay.
I didn't mean to win.
Damn it. I was trying to get you to go even further, but I knew I was crossing over steep territory at that point. It's a little dangerous.
Well, you were talking about the Darkseer farm at one point, about how much he's fallen off. And honestly, he bought this Helm of the Dominator and hasn't really used it very effectively, feels like.
What would you consider being effective use of Helm of the Dominator?
Taking towers, like the siege creeps, combining up with a centaur creep to stop, or just in general, keeping the Dominator creep alive. But every time I've seen the Dominator creep, it just runs in and dies, you know?
Yeah.
It could be using like the Ogre Ice Armor, Alpha Wolf creep, even the Troll Net. There's a lot of uses for this creep.
Uwe has played well in this tournament so far, but in terms of this Darkseers we've seen so far in this tournament, Skylark was so far the best yesterday, and even earlier in today when we saw the Geek Fam versus the Anatomic matchup. They did pretty well there, so. But they have Aegis. They're going to try to go high ground with Nando. This is pretty tricky. There is a DD rune top rune spot, which the Radiant do see.
Look at the wraparound. Team no throw, looking for the engagement.
They
but
see Carl.
up
He's
on
going
the
to
cliff.
Shadow Blade. Do they have Gem on the Dire? They don't. They have the DD now. I think you just push out top if you're Lumic, and then you just run right where your team, and then you try to push high ground again. Why are you checking Roche? You just took it.
He's trying to break smokes.
Oh, I see. I like this this spot better, the one we saw a few days
Oh
ago.
yeah, I do too. That was my favorite smoke spot that I've seen, or smoke breaking spot that I've seen so far. There's just too many places for them to check, so they actually have no idea where you are.
Yeah. So unless you have like some high ground vision or some BS, you have like a Night Stalker on your team. Uh-oh, Carl. Or uh-oh, Meow.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, anybody? Uh-oh, they found
Uh
Brewmaster.
oh, Jimmy.
He has the split. He doesn't want to use it. Yules, LSA, he might not get a chance to use it. Laguna? Golem, they should drop it. Echo Slam. All right, Carl's dead. Mystic
Yeah.
Flare. They got the Brew split off, too. Okay. Again, not another... That was a pretty bad team fight initiation from Execration. It looked good for a moment. How did Nando blink out of that? That's, He's got BKB. I don't think he wants to use it. Carl has buyback. They clearly don't want to use that either. Nando's in trouble. They're going to turn. God's
He's
Strength.
turning.
There it is. And they're going to look for Meow on the TA, but the Sprout comes out. No, you don't have a Quelling Blade. Ah!
Oh, no, it's Sprout Easy all over again.
It really is. The gem's down. 3 dead. This fight is going horrendously bad. Just when you think you have an advantage for Execration, they're getting owned, and Aegis is now gone. Carl didn't buy back. This game, or rather this fight, is over. Woo! He bought out. I hope he sold. He did sell.
Okay.
He did sell at the last second. Thank God he did. Because, oh, look at the golem, by the way. But, yeah, but he didn't, if he doesn't sell out there, he doesn't have a buyback. They just push mid. They might actually get Rags. So, and they still might do that.
Jesus, all they need to do is wait for the Sven to initiate the fight with the Blink BKB, right? But Carl pushing up forward, trying to, catch some heroes with the Yules. Not the most reliable way to catch a Templar Assassin, and then they try to blow up the Brewmaster, but super clutch fissure coming in allows the Brewmaster to get a split off at the very end. And this game is extremely messy.
Yeah, I agree.
Super chaotic.
It does not look like Execration, the past few days of Execration play, where they've looked really good. I mean, they've been aggressive, but they've always had, like, this measured aggression in every single one of their games so far. And it doesn't, they have an idea of what they want to do, but they can never really pull it off, generally. And now they're down 2K. They don't have Aegis anymore. They need to be careful with how they approach this next few minutes. The TA is huge. She has BKB. She's working on her Butterfly. She has her Butterfly, actually. So I don't know. This game is starting to get very, very sketchy. They really need to have that initiation with the Sven and then the Darkseer follow-up. That hasn't happened, or vice versa for that matter. Now the Skywrath has an Aghanim Scepter. And this Lina, even with BKB, can still die very quickly if she doesn't have it up. So I'm pretty nervous for Execration. And Team No Throne are having a great game right now. 35 minutes in, they have a 1K lead. They now have a Nullifier in their Nature Prophet. A very good item against the Sven especially, like a huge item. Like, I mean, an insanely good item. And I have a feeling that Team No Throne, if they could take 1 or 2 more fights, they could just win this game.
Yep, definitely. It comes down to Roche, honestly. If Templar Assassin can play with Roshan, then she can play much more aggressively in these fights. 2.5 minutes left on that.
They don't have a trap in there. She needs to get one in, but...
Yep.
Oh, by the way, they lost to the gym in that fight, too.
Oh,
Radiant. They also had
Just
the
gets
cheese on
worse and
Carl,
worse.
but of course he died so quickly he couldn't use it. So he didn't use his BKB. I guess they just didn't have vision on the high ground. They didn't think they were going to get Echo Slam like that. I think he should have just popped his BKB anyway, to be honest, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep, it's one of those situations where you don't want to, but it's much better to be safe than sorry, right?
Oh, they have Aeon Disc now in Brewmaster, or at least he's close with the recipe. And so much
Okay.
for blowing up. They won't, like, he'll get a split off every fight as soon as he gets that item. There's no way they can actually blow him up unless they lock him down somehow long enough. But he's going to have the, now that's impossible, right? Because of the Dispel. So,
Yep, it's super difficult. They can chain stun him when the Dispel goes off, but if he just spams BKB, it's never gonna actually go off.
it's true.
They'll never be able to kill him like that.
So that is the big item. If he can get to that point, plus they'll have the Primal Split cooldown in 2 levels. He also has the health to the Primal Split unit, so him dying to Nando is really... It's still possible, it's just very hard. They're kind of grouped up here, but it seems they know something is amiss. Nando's going to walk right into them. He's going to BKB God Strength. They're looking for a Burrow Strike. They would prefer not to go on the Skywrath Mage, but they do. Now they're looking for Jimmy. He's going to pop his BKB in his split. They have Golem. Uh-oh. Echo comes out.
There's the Echo.
Big fight. Golem's going to try to turn it, but they've already lost the Sand King. Meantime, they're going to vacuum wall Scorpion. Still in trouble. And actually, they nullify Sven. They have brought down at least 2 of them, but their only supports, and the Sven is dead as well. They need to leave. You know, the Brewlings are doing too much. And here comes the TA. Carl's in trouble. He does have his cheese. He's going to use it. He's going to pop BKB. He'll get green. It's going to be 3 for 2, or 3 for 3, excuse me, but they need to run still. Grims is there. He's looking to Shadow Word or something. LSA misses. They got the Refraction, but he should be able... No, he might be dead, actually, if he's not careful. He should have... he can't blink because of the LSA, and he's dead.
They
Okay.
get him 1,200 gold for Carl.
They have picked up the Aeon Disc. Grimm's trying to Shadow Word himself, and Grimm's is going to be fine, and now they're going to turn it. The upheaval is there. I cannot believe they're actually going to win this fight. That is insane to me.
Man, they actually couldn't lock down Alina. The fight went on for so long.
Carl is single-handedly carrying this team to victory in this game. I swear to God, him and Grimm's, like, Sand King got a little aggressive. They just grouped up for the Echo Slam, which is a little interesting. You know, they couldn't kill the Brewmaster in time before he got a split off, and now they're definitely not going to be able to do that for any fight from here on out. Like, the fights are still so messy, but Carl is somehow able to deal with it all, keep himself alive against the TA, and then with the help of Grims, and they're going to find another kill, potentially, although he needs to BKB, he doesn't have it. If he had BKB, he could have killed him, but it was on cooldown for another 3 seconds. Anyway, he is essentially carrying them into this late game.
Yep, so the longer this game goes, of course, the BKB on Sven gets shorter, so it's easier to kite, but at the same time, TA, her BKB also drops. And when TA's BKB drops, she can't really function in these fights. She's going to die to any stun. Her fraction's just going to get blown through, and she'll get completely destroyed. Lena's a monster at this stage of the game. Look at his gold, 7,000 gold. Yep.
He's going to go for the Mushi challenge. He's only 2,000 away, so who knows. By the way, they got the gem back. That's a Bloodthorn. Okay. Lumic got the gem back from the enemy team. They didn't need to carry it, to be honest, but they did anyway. I guess it's fine, actually, against the Lina Shadowblade. That makes sense. So, Uwe is by far and away the lowest core in this game. And he did have a nice vacuum in that. Well, not really. It was only a vacuum onto one and a wall onto one. But he needs to do a bit more on this Darkseer, I think, in all honesty.
Yep, they need to get the combo off. Something you can do with Darkseer to make the combo a bit easier so they don't get their BKBs off is Sven jumps one target, then you vacuum the backline as they come in to help, and then Sand King stuns them.
Yes.
But the fights have just been so chaotic that it's really difficult for them to get their abilities off together.
It honestly just is the Brewmaster that makes these fights as difficult as they have.
Brewmaster is owning in all these fights.
Like, he's almost level 25. He's second highest level in the game. He is 6, 6, and 12. He has a Midas. He has his Andisk. He's going to get another item pretty soon. The Midas purchase was pretty great. He had already a lot of farm, and he got his Blink Dagger super early. And then he turns that into all these items. It's huge with the Midas. They do have the AoE for the Surge now for the Darkseer. Oh, here we go. That's Andisk. And there goes the split. And there's the Echo Slam onto 3 with the Mystic Flare. Oh my lord. That was disgusting.
Oh, that combo was amazing.
Yeah. Team No Throne are playing lights out in this game. They wiped the floor with Execration. Ooh, baby. And that is why you do not go out of Brewmaster with Andisk. That is essentially the reason you do not do that, especially in that confined of an area.
Yep, they just baited themselves in. And now Brewmaster with level 25, but minus 65-second primal split cooldown. It's basically always up.
Yep. They'll have it in another 67 seconds. He is feeling great. Man, it is a 35-second cooldown now. Holy crap.
The Ag Skywrath Mage actually came into play huge there with the Echo Slam from Earthshaker.
That was perfectly placed and just killed everybody. TA will head to Roche. This thing will die quickly. This is Aegis Chief's Refresher Shard. That might actually be the game. They're going to go for the Epicenter. It's not in time. He will get the kill into Jimmy. The Mystic Flare is there. He actually snatched the Aegis. Are you kidding me?
And the Chief.
Oh my god. That might have been game-saving. You know, he's still going to die, but he is buyback. If they have Aegis, they can easily push high ground and perhaps end the game. There's no buyback even on the Sven or on the Carl Lina. And somehow he snatches the Aegis and the cheese within that small time window. It was literally like 2.25 seconds, and he is able to keep the game at least a little more even now.
He might have just saved the game, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Although if they found that DD as they literally walked away at the 42-minute rune, and now they will find it. I think they should probably, I don't know, it's hard to push. They had a period there where they might have been able to push high ground. I don't know if they can anymore now with especially Aegis gone.
Good Sven's itemization too. He went for the nullifier, so now he has that blink in jump. If he can jump the Templar Assassin, then they'll win a fight, hopefully, as long as they don't come up for a gigantic Echo Slam, Skywrath Mage, Mystic Flare combo too, because, you know, when you think Skywrath Mage and the Mystic Flare, I think Faceless Void. That's like the biggest combo, right? That's what we used to see all the time, but the Echo Slam and Earthshaker makes a lot of sense too, because it clears away the creeps. When you have the Aghanims, you have 2 on top of each other like that. It's a ridiculous amount of damage.
It's a good combo, but in order to have it as effective as it is, first of all, you need, of course, the Blink for the Earthshaker, whatever, you know. But you also need the Aghanim Scepter for the Skywrath Mage to even get all that damage that he got in the last fight. Otherwise, it's going to be split between a couple of the heroes potentially, or just only one gets dropped down.
Yep, takes a lot of preparation as well to actually use it well.
The good thing is that Execration have been gifting Team No Throne with these fights. They've literally been walking into like 3-man Echo Slams because they try to group up on the Brewmaster for some reason. You know, with the way the game is going, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually like try to jump on him and nullify him for some reason. That's just kind of how the game is gone for Execration. It's like there's a lot of mistakes being made for sure. I don't want to call them out too much, but it's also just a tough draft, I think, too, for Execration to make work with the Sven. Like, Sven always has this issue where you just get kited. Against this team especially, he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. He's never going to have one anymore, so he's always going to get sprouted. They're always going to have side traps, although he has BKB. They can echo him when he doesn't have his BKB. They can brew split and just kite him that way. It's pretty tricky for him, and it means that Carl has to have that much more of an impact. But every time, if Carl's so squishy, if he gets caught out, he just dies. So it's very tricky for them in terms of positioning for Execration.
Yep, no armor on Lina up against a Templar Assassin means she's gonna melt in like 4 hits.
Yeah. And I don't really... She was thinking about getting Shiva's Guard, and I almost think that might have been the better choice than Bloodthorn in this game. You know?
Yeah, just being able to survive and tank it up, but you know, the damage is nice.
Uwe might be dead. I don't think they see him, actually. The DD is on the TA. I think it's a second set of DD that they found bottom or something. Or they bottled it or something. I'm not sure. Oh, this is going to be a big fight. Meow's going to run in. BKB is up. Uwe needs to force himself away. They drop the golem. Here we go. Meow jumping in. They've got the Earthshaker down. He's dead for 68 seconds. Green looking for Carl. Carl a little bit low. Carl's dead, and he just dies super fast. Epicenter getting channeled. They jump it. They want this kill on the TA. The vacuum wall. The Burrow Strike. Can they get her?
Amazing.
She'll fall. Grims gets the double kill, and now the Brewling's into the fight. Green getting cleaved down as well. He's going to get stunned. It's going to be 4 dead. The AoE surge is there, and now they just have to deal with Jimmy X. And boy, is he in trouble. The Burrow Strike comes out. The Aeon Disc will go, but look at the upheaval. Look at the nullifier. See you later, Brewmaster. You better taunt yourself out of there, but he is going to get chopped down. That was the fight Execration for we're looking for, and it was a doozy with Lumic counter-initiating perfectly. Whew.
Here's the big question. Where's the gem? Does Lumic have it?
It was on the ground. He picked it up, yeah.
Alright. See this one trap? It could have ruined their push, but it's not going to because they have the gem.
Beautiful. I like how it was the first thing you thought of. I'm glad, too. I wouldn't have mentioned it.
It happens in so many games where you win a fight, but you don't have detection for this trap, and it just kills your entire creep wave.
It's especially miserable if you're, like, in a lower bracket. You know, for Divine Fives, you probably... I know you, obviously, are thinking about it a lot, but for people that are in my bracket, even, like Ancients, we don't think about that type of stuff a lot of the time when you play against Templar Assassin.
I mean, it happens all the time, because sentries aren't enough. You know, sometimes there's 10 traps in that lane.
Yep. Yeah, they were just lining the row of lanes. Of course, they will take care of them. There's one trap onto the siege creeps, and actually, that one trap might be used. Nah, never mind. Okay, so they've forced a couple of buybacks. Meow bought back, which is the biggest buyback. Green buying back is also pretty imperative. They do have Brewmaster down for another 30 seconds, and they're going to try to utilize this timing window. Scorpion is going to be spotted. Go on, Scorpion. Go on, Scorpion. They are going on Scorpion, and Scorpion is dead, and he has no buyback.
Oh, man, and he's the guy with the refresher shard, too.
AoE Surge. Yep. That Aegis being taken away by Lumic might have won them the game, which is incredible to say. It's not over yet. They do have a 7K lead now. Wow, that net worth graph. Oh, my God. It is straight up and down. Mostly up.
It's the roller coaster.
It really is. It's one of the most aggressive roller coasters you're ever going to see. Carl's going to go to work on the buildings, and he does need to be a little careful. Nature's Wrath. Jimmy going to BKB jump in. There's the Orchid. They have to get Uwe double forced out, which they will do. Cyclone under the Sand King. They're going to try to back up. He has Greaves back in 3. Another Surge coming out. He's going to get stunned. They found Green. This could be a dieback. With Bloodthorn, it almost certainly is. The damage is too much. Even without the Soul Burn, he's still going to die one way or the other. Dead for 98 seconds, and that's Bruce put down. Of course, it is only a 35-second cooldown, which is good news for the Team No Throne. And Team No Throne might have been Team Throw at this point. Good vacuum wall combination, but they get off their BKBs. The Golem gets dropped down. They'll kill Scarith. Mage Meow's going to be next. His BKB is done. There's the Nullifier. Game. Execration. It just takes them 1 or 2 good fights, and that should do it, I think. My God. Where's the
Yeah, their team fight finally comes in at the end, but it was pretty sloppy, Mon. It was very... Oh, Echo Slam.
Okay. That was a good effort, but there was no follow-up. The Brewmaster was in his Earth Panda form. Not that it would have mattered anyway. He buys back immediately, and I cannot believe Execration are going to win this game. God, what were you saying, by the way?
Oh, I was just saying that Execration, they finally executed their team fight very, very well, right? Like, they have all the tools. These team fights were fantastic. Once Nando got the nullifier, he just sat waiting for T to show her face so he could just go on him. But Team No Throne, I mean, they showed they're a great team, honestly.
Yeah, they played really well. It's a bit disheartening for them to lose the game the way that they did. They had great picks. They had great play. The Skywrath Mage, I think, was one of the most impactful heroes in that game, and he almost an MVP-type performance. But it's hard to say that when they had so much good play from the rest of their team, too. They had amazing Echo Slams from the Earthshaker, despite not having a very early Blink Dagger. I mean, it was super late, to be fair. The TA, of course, had a really great lane against Carl, who is an extraordinarily good mid player. But, of course, Meow was able to come back and still do really well. Green on the Nature's Prophet actually felt effective on a Nature's Prophet, which is unusual. This hero doesn't usually feel effective, but he did a lot of damage. The only issue is that it was very squishy, and that was one of the big